thank you very much for inviting us to speak today. I need to click on, I think. There we do. We're really delighted to be able to talk to you today about the role that radio has had for Jet2 and the integral part that it's made and that it's had in taking Jet2 from a single base operator back in 2003 to where it is today. And where it is today is the UK's second largest tour operator and very much knocking on the door of being number one. And I have to tell you all now a little bit of inside information. Summer is selling fast. So if you're not sat here with a holiday in your back pocket, obviously at the end of the session today or maybe at the coffee break, you know, jet2holidays.co.uk, go for it. Crack on. So, as I said, radio and Jet2 have been partners since the very beginning, and really the local flexibility and the affordable rates meant that it was the perfect partner and perfect launch partner for marketing new bases and for flights and latterly for holidays. So, one base back in 2003 to 10 bases today. And that first passenger flight back in 2003, which flew from Leeds Bradford Airport to Amsterdam, to now having 14 million holiday makers flying to over 404, I've got to get the numbers right, so I've got to read them. So on 440 different routes to 70 destinations in 21 countries. So there is something for everybody with Jet2, okay? And radio throughout that journey has absolutely always been there.
It's obvious to use radio for this local support. It works, it continues, so we still do it. However, what's been more interesting is how our relationships with our radio stations has developed. It's become much more about tapping into that close bond a listener has with their station of choice, with their show of choice, and with the presenters of that show. Jet2's radio has evolved to make the absolute most of this. In my time in media, we've always talked about radio being kind of the theatre of the mind, and how a sonic logo can really help a brand in the audio environment, help conjure up those pictures of sun, sea, sand. We said you'd get bored of her. But Jess does this better than anything. We'll talk about the lockdown no holiday zone in a bit more detail shortly. But what we did find is that having such a strong theme tune meant that Jet2 remained part of that 2020 conversation. Largely around how people who might have found it a little bit irritating before missed it and would do absolutely anything to hear it on a plane sometime soon. So that audio association in spot advertising is important, but what we've seen great success for with Jet2 is building on that listener-host relationship.
And the host relationship is not something that's new. One of the strongest campaigns that we ran was back in 2018 when we partnered with the UK's largest commercial radio brand, the home of Feel Good, Heart Radio, to give listeners regular inspiration on where to book their next getaway. Working in collaboration with the European Tourist Boards, which is something that we hadn't actually done before, we flew the Heart talent out to up-and-coming destinations and enabled them to actually really fully experience the Jet2 holiday end-to-end. It was a real step change in how we utilised the hosts. It was a step change in how we talked about the holidays, and it gave the consumer a real tour guide experience rather than just the giveaway that we'd done before. Audio was then combined with digital and social content, and a replica experience rewarded the listener attention and engagement. And by working in collaboration in such a way and utilising the tourist board's unparalleled knowledge of their destinations and the station's unrivaled knowledge of their audience, we were able to create really great content that was both educational and interesting for the listener. And we took talents to destinations, which resulted in them being much more credible and having much more compelling audio rather than simply sharing a script and a succession of key messages. This association lasted for 12 months and it really delivered significant growth in the brand, both across consideration and preference scores. So I'm going to get Toby to take it away.
So let me be your Jet2 tour guide just for a second, right? You've got Calabasa on the west side of the island. It's a stunning cove, long white sandy beach. Got the Calabasa Beach Club there as well, which I've been to on many occasions. It's a really famous spot. Sunset and sangria, you'll love it. You've got Aguamar Water Park, which the kids will love. And the big kids, I normally go there. We have a right old laugh. And if you want to kind of dip your toe into real, authentic Ibiza, have a little trip to Escanar. It's a brilliant hippie market there. We get jewellery and clothes, stuff like that. Lots of little gifts for everybody back home.
There you go. That was Toby. And really giving a different view on Ibiza. And that went out across all of the different tourist destinations in Europe. And as I say, worked really, really well for Jet2. So to create that deep relationship between the host and the listener, we must first think about the audience. And really, there was never a more challenging audience than the young adult Jet2's new Vibe brand is trying to reach. So we've worked in close collaboration with the team at Bauer. Hi, Bauer. And become the soulless launch partner around the new digital station Kiss Dance, or for those up from London today, Kiss Dance. We might own all the commercial industry, the inventory, the sponsorship, the airtime, the promotional minutage, but rather than actually bombarding this audience with the advertising, we've instead really invested heavily in content and used station talent again to build a more meaningful connection around this underserved European music scene, which our audience are really passionate about. Who knew? Who knew? So cross-promotion of our association across the wider Bauer network enables our relationship to be overheard by that broader audience as well. And it allows a greater freedom in communications, should we wish to extend our messages across the key booking windows as well. So it's a really, really exciting collaboration for Jet2, this, as it's taking them into absolute new territory. And it's doing this through radio. Not only creates a real connection with the target audience, but it also allows us that creative flexibility to do things differently. Sorry, Trevor, I should have had the slide on before when I was talking about it. But listen in. Kiss Dance.
Kiss Dance with Vibe by Jet2 Holidays. The hottest destination for non-stop new dance music and the biggest club bangers 24/7. If you want good times, the ultimate house party playlist, or a soundtrack to your next holiday, this is the vibe for you. Fast track the party now on the free Kiss Cube app, or tell your smart speaker to play Kiss Dance. Kiss Dance with Vibe by Jet2 Holidays. Book now to make this summer the summer.
I love the fact that Trevor sat there doing all the words to that promo.
Click off this one. But sometimes it's not just about being different, it's about doing the same, but doing it bigger and better. And this is what we wanted for our return to air in 2022. By God, were we all ready for a holiday. And Jet2 were there, working in partnership with Global, to make sure we could give the people what they needed, what they deserved, their biggest holiday giveaway ever. Now, we know that Hearts listeners have started to expect some fun and sun from Jet2 in January, and this year we absolutely wanted to give them something to get really excited about. So this year we partnered with Global Stations Heart and Capital. On Capital Breakfast, we saw or heard Roman Kemp pitch listeners against influencer friends of the station to sit tight for their flight, while Amanda and Jamie gave Heart listeners the chance to win a year's worth of holidays.
Nothing beats the sound of...
Ooh, how about...
That sounds like...
Holiday!
Now, someone is going to be winning a 7-night holiday to Greece, staying at Alexander the Great in Halkidiki, thanks to Jet2 Holidays.
Going to move on to the next question for £750, and Maura's got the question.
You got it. She's done it.
Can I just say, the main thing, obviously, everyone does assume that Ibiza is a big party place, and I'm sure in Joel's world it really is.
Look, if you can't wait till then, though, you can jump online and you can book right now, because you don't want to be the one missing out this summer.
I'm Becky Hill, and this is Behind the Pick.
This is the final call for seat 16C on our very special flight this morning to Bulgaria.
Oh. You have all decided that it's A, Turkey. The correct answer is A, Turkey. You're all through to the next round.
Thank you so much. I can't believe it. Thank you.
To say you deserve an amazing summer would be an understatement. So make the most of this summer with Jet2 Holidays. It's going to be a sellout.
It was massive. The reach, the engagement and the sign-up smashed anything we'd seen before, and we firmly put Jet2 at the forefront of the minds of the UK's holiday-starved population. So what about COVID? We've just talked about the bounce back, but what did we do during COVID? As our TV buyers were busy cancelling everything, yes, absolutely everything, our radio and partnerships teams were busy keeping things going. So our audience insight over the years has shown that we're never, ever out of holiday mode. We're constantly browsing for inspiration, we're costing up different and new adventures, and we're definitely drooling over our friends' Instagram shots. And 2021 was absolutely no different. The only difference in 2021 is that we were all still in lockdown, and there looked to be no peak in January bookings for holidays, as holidays were off the cards again. However, we chose to keep our radio and specifically our global promotion running because we knew that we could deliver Jet2 messaging in an empathetic way, in a way that wouldn't annoy Heart's locked down listeners. We had complete confidence in the global team, confidence that together we could inject some much needed fun.
2021 is all about feel-good vibes and looking forward to holidays.
So we're giving you the chance to secure your seat on the plane to the summer break you deserve.
With flights, accommodation and guaranteed good times.
And you could be sharing them with your friends and family too.
It's all thanks to Jet2 Holidays, package holidays that you can trust.
Go to heart.co.uk and listen to Heart Breakfast with us, Jamie Theakston and Amanda Holden, all next week from 6:30 to win.
Guess where I am again? Yeah, you guessed it. I'm at home.
Okay, Amanda, will you please now pick one of the 10 suitcases in front of you? It is number 10! And congratulations!
I've gone for number 4.
Number 4, that's you, Sarah! Woo! Oh, Sarah!
We've been filling up our beautiful virtual plane, which has been made in one of the conference rooms upstairs. It's very exciting. It smells like a plane. It looks like a plane. And quite frankly, I don't think I'm ever going to leave.
Had to end on a shot of Amanda. This was a massive team effort of collaboration and flexibility, from switching the final from where it was supposed to be in the hangar in Stansted to Leicester Square, from the swapping of destinations and countries as they hopped on and off the green list, through to the sign-off at the very, very, very last minute. At a time where we all had to go above and beyond, our radio partners really did this in buckets and spades.
And the thing that Kate didn't mention there was that Amanda Holden had her outfit especially made for her, whereas Jamie's was off Amazon and out of a bag. All follows. So, how do Jet2 and Wavemaker feel about radio? So radio is an absolute integral part of our plan. Yes, it has a functional support as we continue to launch new bases, continue to get bums on airline seats and sun loungers. And it has a strong audience engagement role as we drive that closer connection across the Direct2 portfolio with our creative partnerships. But this level of creativity with media doesn't just happen. It happens through absolute deep collaboration. Agency, media partner, and client. And you're probably all sat there thinking, I know the media partners are in here, Global, Bauer. The agency's on the stage, Wavemaker. Where's the client? The client's on a Jet2 holiday. So she is enjoying herself in one of her own destinations.
Tenerife.
But what's interesting is that some agencies are afraid of media owners and clients having conversations. And I've never really understood why that. Sometimes they feel a little bit threatened, but they shouldn't be. The triangle of collaboration and cooperation really is the answer to driving unrivaled work and driving that unrivaled work for our clients to be successful and successfully grow their brand. I believe that we, in our industry, should all want to put work out into the world that we are absolutely super proud of. And certainly, over time, Jet2, Wavemaker, and our radio partners have done that. We've worked together and we're seeing that the work is getting better and better and better each time through that close collaboration and, importantly, the understanding that Jet2 has of its audience and the understanding that our radio partners have of their audiences. Thank you for listening today.